Hi guys, Deluded Gooner. Laurent Koscielny. Come a long way since his initial time at the club. We all remember 2008. We all remember how badly he was. We didn't think he'd be here this long. He only probably Arsene Wenger believed in the guy, and now look, he's a world-class defender. Don't get me wrong, defending has gone back several decades. It is rubbish nowadays. A lot of these defenders, Koscielny included, if they were playing nowadays, wouldn't be anything home to write about. But in today's market, the guy is world-class. There's not many teams he doesn't get into. If that, there's only one or two. One of the best centre backs in the league. But people, despite all of this, he is human. I mean, football in general, we like to behave like the players we love are stars, which they are, and don't make any mistakes, and the grass is always green. But they're human. They have good games. They have poor games. I'm a person, I like to call it fair. From Coquelin to Alexis Sanchez, if you're playing good, you're playing good. If you're playing rubbish, you need to hear about it. Koscielny's no different. I do believe our fans are reluctant to criticise him. It's understandable. It's very understandable. But let's get into it. Firstly, he's had numerous good games this year. Highlights, even though we've lost in dramatic fashion, important blocks against Munich, both legs, and kept us in the game. Even though he's had a hand in the errors, the Chelsea game, Swansea, Southampton. There's numerous get PSG at home in the Champions League. There's numerous times when Koscielny's been providing important blocks, and when we've been getting battered, has kept the scoreline low. I have a lot of sympathy for Koscielny for years, and even to a degree now. He has to put out everybody else's mess. A defense can't work with one person. He's somewhat got an impossible job. He's like a childminder, looking after several badly behaved kids, because our defenders do behave like that. They're all doing their own thing. So I have a lot of sympathy for Koscielny. But he has been playing poorly, especially since he signed that new contract. He has been playing poorly. All the French players have, and he's had some bad games, and they're not highlighted. They're not highlighted by anyone. Everton, the back to the Xmas period, Everton failed to win 2 headers that resulted in 2 goals. He had a hand in. You could even say he had a hand in the errors at Chelsea when we lost at the bridge, backing off Hazard. You could say he had a hand in a couple of the Bayern Munich goals, home and away. What else is there? I don't think he was good against Watford this year. I don't think he was good at Chelsea, like I said. There's numerous games where Koscielny, Liverpool failed to win a header that resulted in a goal. Even back to the Spurs game, when Coquelin did it and conceded a penalty, everybody knew about it, everybody remembers about it. Koscielny did it on Dembele. That rashness that Koscielny needs to kind of cut out as he's now 31. No one bats an eyelid about it. No one bats an eyelid, and that's not on. It's not on. That's not how it should be. Defensively, we are crap. So you've got a lot of sympathy for Koscielny. I mean, we've seen how many times he comes off and we lose in comical fashion. But let's look at the Chelsea game. When I said Koscielny had a poor game, who came off? It was Bellerin, wasn't it? It doesn't matter who comes off. We're still going to do the same thing. This ain't a video about our defensive thingies by any stretch of the imagination. I have a lot of sympathy for Koscielny, like I keep saying in this video. He hasn't had a suitable partner for a number of years. Mustafi is nothing to write home about. I think he's decent, but he's nothing to write home about. On the basis that he's a suitable partner for Koscielny, he's welcomed, because now Koscielny can see that he can go forward a bit and display his passing range. He can have confidence in his defensive work. In the sense that when Koscielny was playing with Mertesacker, he probably couldn't do certain things because he thought it's clear Mertesacker hasn't got a certain amount of pace or has some frailties. Let me stay back and protect and cover. He doesn't really have to do that with Mustafi. Sorry, I almost lost my train of thought there. Start of the year, they were flying, getting clean sheets, interceptions, getting plaudits from Rio, he doesn't really like us, to Keo. They were getting plaudits. Obviously, the team's gone crap. We've seen errors, especially in the air. My big thing for Koscielny is, yes, you're both defensive. I mean, you're both aggressive centre-backs. You like to get tight and you're similar. But one of you has to slightly alter your game. You look at partnerships with PK and Puyol, Rio Ferdinand and Vidic, Terry and Carvalho. One has to be the aggressive one and one has to be the thinker. Koscielny has to be the thinker. I'm not saying to cut out the aggressiveness, but he needs to learn how to think. Because while it does work sometimes when both centre-backs are aggressive, like Chelsea at home, you can't have two centre-backs just being aggressive because you pull each other out of position. One needs to be the calm one. And Koscielny is the more experienced head at the club. We all know about Koscielny, his mentality. He's got a strong mentality. I mean, he's come from the lower leagues of France to where he is now. You don't get there without being strong mentally. I do think he's a weak personality. He has a weak personality because when we are getting ripped and getting destroyed in matches, he looks as clueless and scared and shy as them all, and he has always looked shy and shocked and things like that. He's a good centre back, but these are the things. He's now 31, 32, going 32 in the summer. Maybe we have to look at a replacement soon because, I mean, on one hand, you think he came into the game late, he can still go, he's blossoming, he still looks physically able. But on the other hand, say it's just a case of he's 32, best peak of his career now, twilight years, this is as good as it gets. Probably why we brought in Holding. I do, like I said, guys, I have a lot of sympathy for Koscielny. It's not hard. It's hard having to clean up everybody else's mess and deal with it. It must be demoralising, giving your best and being a quality centre back, to constantly see this happen and constantly see cricket scorelines and stuff. But he has been a part of it a lot, and quite frankly, since he signed that new deal, along with Coughlin and Giroud, they haven't been good in 2017. They have not been good in 2017. The whole team has been poor. Koscielny really shocked me against Liverpool because that's not the Koscielny I know, and that's why I had to make this video. But in short, Koscielny's a quality defender. He just really needs to get back in form and pull his finger out. Hope you enjoyed watching, guys. I'm waffling, I'm out. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, do that all, man. Thank you.